playing for the Monsters.
Yes. He didn't play for the Otters, though. He skipped the Ontario Hockey League and went to college at Miami of Ohio. So Kalinka will sit. Monsters on the power play. They come in ranked last in the league at 30% on the power play, but they're able to score twice, and they score here. A shot from the top of the circle, and that was put home by Matthew Ford, his 5th of the year.
This is ridiculous. This team has now scored 6 power play goals against the Wolves in 3 games.
And that is just their 9th.
It's unbelievable.
Of the season.
Pretty good puck movement. This is a point shot. Eventually it'll come through and right through Noah Welch's legs, but still, gosh, you'd think that would be picked up. Top of the circle. Just a blast. And a big goal in the power play, and that is the difference. No Wolves score in the power play. Who knows what happens early in the game, but the Monsters come out and they have something against the Wolves. Who knows what it is, but they have been tremendous. They'd love to play against the Wolves.
Ross, no shots in that man advantage. Dawes' stick was jammed up. The Monsters control. Turned over now. Machacek trying to drag it through the feet of Walter. Collected now by Dawes. To the line. Hunt a quick wrist up. Broke it up. Now Ross looking up for Machacek. Shoots. He scores! What a goal by Spencer Machacek!
That is a great effort, and thank heaven there was still a full puck in the ice with all those skates trying to kick it around in the middle of the ice. I thought we might have 3 or 4 pieces of pie. But, yes, I hope so. What a turnover it ends up being, and the Wolves turn it up a notch. Nigel Dawes gets some help. Hunt's shot is deflected in front. Ross, great patience with the puck. I think any goaltender would think he was going to shoot the puck. He held on to it, waited for Machacek to spin off his check, and even though Machacek's down, that feed is exactly where it needed to be. And Machacek in full flight, a la Bobby Orr way back in the 70s.
Absolutely.
Was able to score through the legs, and a big goal for that line and for the Wolves to knot the game in 1.
Probably Hedar was anticipating that forward staying up high.
Oh, absolutely. That is the truth. And you know they'd be thinking about that without a doubt. I think they're unfortunate there not to get a better chance, just the way things went. But also, watch the pressure. These forwards move back and forth. They're pretty quick.
Down low, DeVoe has it back to for Krog. Shoots. He scores! Jason Krog on a beautiful dish from under DeVoe.
Now remember, Jason Krog's playing the point, and that is an area that I was just mentioning that is open in the middle of the ice, and he sneaks down. Of course, the pass is just a beauty. And this shot, it had to be pinpoint. The accuracy has to be terrific. You've got Cam moving from left to right to hug up against the post, and he's able to do that, and Krog goes the opposite direction. But look at Andre DeVoe, and look at that beautiful shot. Boy, that's parked, top shelf, goaltenders. Gosh, I hate how many times you talk about a guy going down. Why does he go down? Why is he not moving from left to right? Stay on his feet and stop that. He goes down, he opens a little part of that net, and it was put there perfectly by Jason Krog. But a couple of nice dishes. Hedar down to DeVoe. Beautiful.
Jason Krog will extend his point streak now to 4 games. 5 points during the stretch, including 2 goals, as he nets the power play goal. It's his 4th goal of the season. Leads the team in points. Has been dishing the puck a lot.
Made some stops, yes, but boys, there have been a lot of pucks hanging around him and in the neighborhood. So get the nose dirty and get a couple of 2nd and 3rd chances.
Wow, you say that about a former Peterborough Pete. Wolves put 6 past him in early November in a 6-5 overtime win. Out in front, Machacek shoots, he scores! His 2nd of the game! 9th of the year!
What a sweet dish from Nigel Dawes right through the crease. To Machacek, a right-handed shot, just sweeps it into the net, and it's a tough goal to let in, but as a goalkeeper, you gotta have your stick down and redirect that out of harm's way. Excellent entrance to the zone. I was talking about that earlier. Ross down low, Dawes head up all the way, and this has to be perfect. And it certainly was. And Machacek on the doorstep, I'm not sure if Conn really knew he was there. Seemed to be surprised. And a big goal for the Wolves.
So now they're 2 for 4 in the power play, and Spencer Machacek has an even strength and a power play goal. $200 for the fine folks at Alexi Brothers Cancer Institute there. How about the Galaxy Home Remodeling Power Play for now? Zanoski to the point. The Seams will dump it back deep. Oliver out in front. Ford settles it down. Shoots, he scores. The second of the game, and we are going to get a penalty call here.
I would hope so.
Yes. Oh, no.
He's calling a goal. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Why wouldn't the other referee have a say in this? That's why there's two of them on the ice. This is contact, unless he's saying that there was some pushing prior to the... Now, there's a little bit of a push from behind, and I'm thinking that's what he's calling. So he's saying that there was some contact prior, and that is why the player runs into the goaltender.
Zanoski.
Interesting call with the referee right there. I mean, he was pretty quick to point initially. And then I think he was questioning himself for a sec. Didn't really indicate, and then he pointed to the net again. And I can understand why there is some conversation here at the penalty box.
Darren Hadar pleading his case.
Too many men
on the ice. And not enough for the Wolves. The Monsters had 6, the Wolves had 3. So it's a race between Spencer Machacek and Matthew Ford in this line with Al Stensland. Offsides off of Stensland, so
there we go.
Now Machacek's dropped the mitts on the far side with Zanoski, and Machacek massaging the head of Zanoski. Now Zanoski fighting back as they momentarily wrestle. Now Machacek gets the left free. This has been one-sided so far. Machacek wearing himself out this first period. What's he going to do in the second? A fight and 2 goals in 1 period of play. At least he gets the early Gatorade.
Nigel Dawes actually, I believe, hits Zanoski initially. I think that's what took place as this puck was thrown out. Hits the linesman. It's a delayed offside. Here comes Dawes. Yeah, there's the big hit into Machacek. Machacek didn't like that. And watch Zanoski. He gets a couple in early, but he hits the beak and the mask. And I think that's the wake-up call that Spencer needed. And then the machine gun left took over. But it all started with Dawes' big hit. And it really started when the puck was exited out of the zone, but hit the linesman, went back in, so it was offside, so Zanoski didn't want to play it. And he got punished for it twice. Once by Dawes and once by Machacek.
Well, look there. Respect for each other. We're both gassed. Back to the line. Bouncing puck. Settled down by Paul. Pulls for a wrist. Shot through. Late reaction by Can, but it was off target.
He was screened all the way.
Elf carries it around the world. Now back up top. Machacek. His shot. Broken up on in front. Machacek trying to find it again. Welch does. Let's it go. Tip. They score. Dawes. A redirect out in front.
It's always nice to get a bit of a cushion. And halfway through this game, the Wolves able to regain that. And Nigel Dawes, you see that 80th career American Hockey League goal, his 4th goal of the season. Noah Welch's shot, boy, it's jumping all over the track on the ice, but Dawes able to spot it. There's Welch back to the point. Machacek. There's the wrister. Back again. Goes right through, and this is the shot. That knuckled all the way to Dawes.
Yep.
And he was able to get a piece of it with a stick.
We've been talking about blocking shots in the defensive zone, but how many goals the Wolves scored lately tipping pucks out in front? They're crashing the net more than they were a week ago.
Absolutely. That's what I said when we were doing our open. We were talking about net presence and some of the goals that we have not seen all year. Guys hanging around and redirecting, putting their bodies in position to have second chances or tips. So I think that's why we're seeing the explosion in the offense. 14 goals now in 3 games for the Wolves here at home.
Yeah, after scoring just 13 goals in 7 games during that road trip, Nigel Dawes, his 4th of the year, giving the Wolves a 4-2 lead. Yes. Now trying to cut it out in front. Monsters up for 2. They score. Slick pass out in front. Sear with the feed. And Carmen that buried it? Yes, Mike Carmen.
I saw Seclenka go down, and quite honestly, I thought that was the best move. I thought he took away all options, but Carmen behind the play quickly releases. Now watch, the problem is 2 guys get caught on the boards in an excellent feed, and quite a hack too, right as the puck was released by Carmen by, I believe, garbage stick. Seclenka goes down. I thought he did the right thing. I thought he took away the pass, but it was a beauty. And how about the strength on that shot by Carmen with a stick on top of his?
That's why I always thought that Martin Brodeur is so good as there's Menino fighting that one off. Martin Brodeur could go an entire game without facing any challenges, then late would make that one big stop.
Yeah, but he only did that for 75 or 76 games.
Big blast, Garvin scores! Oh, it was Davies, my bad.
Right-handed shot, just letting it rip. And how many chances has Mike Davies had in this game? He's been spectacular. This line, quite honestly, has been. In his first American Hockey League goal, puck is sent deep, and he's there first. Nice spin move, and that gives him time. His shot or passes it to Lou is knocked away, but Lou stays with it, fires it back on the backhand, and Davies, and no one around him. And he's got really an empty net and makes no mistake.
So, Mike Davies, I apologize. Your first AHL goal. Get the video, just dump the audio on it. Klinka to Ross. 3 assists in the game. Ross wide fires, and it's kicked away by Can.
Beautiful pass from Klinka, spreading the Monsters out and giving a nice lane to Ross.
Willis got it to a line, but not out. Leviton couldn't clear. Hunt moving in, had traffic in front. Now coming out. Stick right to Dawes. He shoots, he scores. His second of the game. And the power play strikes again.
Nice. What is it with this power play here at home? Tremendous numbers. 3 for 7 on the evening. Number 1 in the American Hockey League. And that is what I honestly thought would be the key to the success of this team this year. And it certainly has been. Nigel very happy. Oh, yeah, he is. High stick, maybe. Probably would have been called on the knockdown by Leviton. But good carom in favor of the Wolves. And Nigel Dawes, he releases quickly, catches Can moving right to left. Never set for the shot. Hammers it home for a 3-goal lead.
So a 6 spot put up for the first time this year for the Chicago Wolves. After scoring 10 goals in the prior 2 games, they've run that total to 16 in the last 3. And as Billy touched on, that power play is producing. Power play goals in 13 of 20 games. Make that now 14 of 21.
And I think, you know, honestly, when you looked at the roster at the start of the year and you talk about the power play, and I really did think that was going to be a huge factor in the success of this team, I thought of Krog and Hadar because of what we witnessed for years with them together. But it has been an excellent mix of a variety of players.
Andre DeVoe leads the team with 4 power play goals.
They're not relying on one line either. I mean, they got a couple of combinations that are doing very well.
Playing the Wisconsin fight song here right now. We like that Mike Davies goal.
That was that cheesehead stuff we were talking about earlier.
Picked up by Zanoski, his shot blocked. So Dawes gets the goal, his second of the game, 5th of the season from Jamie Hunt and Mike Saklinka at 5:59. So that is now 12 Wolves players in this game that have a point, with Saklinka picking up the assist. Hunt already had an assist, and now DeVoe cutting in. And a hooking penalty coming up. Boy, they're going to call this tight all the way to the end. Wolves leading 6-3. They're back to the power play. Dawes just struck on the Galaxy home remodeling man advantage. On the left side. Bounce off a bump in the corner. The Wolves now 3 for 10 in the power play, 30%, so they keep that 30% going at home ice in this one. Shot off the post, and we got DeVoe back behind the play with Gauntz, and they're going to drop the gloves, and DeVoe comes swinging right off the bat. Something happened.
Well, I was watching them. DeVoe was taken down by Gauntz. Gauntz stayed over top of him, just talking and taunting, so I guess DeVoe had enough.
He still hasn't had enough.
There's the tail of the tape. How quick is that?
Stentz is on top of it tonight in our truck there. He had all the updated stats in our second period Chicago leaders. Tail of tape right up there.
Gauntz headed to the dressing room, and now Andre DeVoe. It's a long walk, and the two, if they wanted, would be able to chat back and forth down the runway.
Arena, so the Wolves, a perfect homestand.
Well, we asked for that when we went into game 1 against the Houston Aeros. It looked like this was a situation that the Wolves should be able to take care of 3 teams that, quite honestly, they should beat, or 2 teams, 3 games, 2 of them against Lake Erie, and they did what was needed. They gained 6 points in this one. Even though they surrendered 3, this is a convincing victory.